That's great. Let's wait for another minute for them. All right, I believe everything looks good. We are on our way to cover our next topic, a big topic this time, private stablecoins. So I hope everyone's ready for this space, and we are also going to give an update on our ongoing campaign. So please stay tuned for that too. And obviously, we are going to do trivia round at the end of the XP. So please stay tuned for that. All right. So let's start with the Xano XPace. Everyone knows about the utility of stablecoins. So everyone uses stablecoins. USDT, USDC, they are the backbone of crypto. You all have obviously interacted with it. You might have received payments, giveaways, or you might have used it to come in and out of Bitcoin. Stablecoin is obviously the preferred asset because it's obviously, as the name says, it's stable, and you can trust on it that it will be redeemable for $1 worth of American asset. So that's obviously creates a huge opportunity, a huge need in the market for a stable currency from which people can move in and out of Bitcoin whenever the need arises. Or not only Bitcoin but also any other altcoin out there. You might have used it for remittances, you might have used it for payments, you might have used it for trading. So there are various uses of stable coins, and you guys already have I can ensure you guys have already used it in one way or another in the last month only. So because you guys are active in during the toughest market, which is the beer market, and you are still here, so that's commendable to you guys. But public stablecoins like USDT and USDC comes with great issues, great problems inherited from the blockchain they are on. For example, if someone sends you a payment, or if you send your address to someone to receive a payment for any work, for example, freelancing or selling some product or anything, or giving some services, that person now has a wallet address, and he can just go to an explorer and check everything about you, every financial history about you. That guy could check. He can check your wallet balance, how much money you have. He can check your finance payment history, how much money you previously received. Did he overpaid, or did he underpaid, or is there anything shady about the previous transactions? He can analyze everything and check your financial behavior. Or that obviously poses another type of risk, which he can use to social engineer you uh, based on your financial history, and can attack you or do the kind of social or online scams against you. So once someone has your address, he can do a lot of things which you can't even imagine, and you can be at greater risk, or, or I must say, you will be at an greater risk if you uh, share your public wallet address with anyone, even for receiving any payments. So that's obviously a big privacy problem in the current ongoing markets, on-chain markets. And you might have seen that the stablecoin industry is so big, like it's $1 trillion opportunity, and obviously it's in billions. The USDT is the biggest stablecoin out there, and it's in the top 10 crypto currencies on the crypto overall market. But still, there's no good alternative to that because everything happening on USDT stablecoin on any chain, whether it's Ethereum, Tron, BNB, everything is transparent. They all are public blockchains. So that imposes a great risk to any holder of USDT, USDC, and any receiver or sender of these assets. So yeah, so that's one of the key reasons or key issues with privacy with public stablecoins out there. Yeah. So why this matters? So as I gave you some examples about people who can be affected with these issues. So you guys, some of you guys might still be wondering why, what's the big issue? If I share my address to anyone, what wrong could happen with me? If you're let's take an example. If you're a freelancer and you send your address to someone to receive a payment, that guy could go to Explorer and check all your previous transactions and say, hey, you charged me for the same services you provided to someone else, and he can argue, and then you can be put in a situation where you will have to receive agree to less payment. And that's one of the biggest disadvantage of giving your public address to anyone just to receive a payment. It's like handing over your bank statement to another person just to receive a payment on your bank account. That's not how you do in real world. You just give your bank account number and the user or your UPI ID if you are familiar with that technology, that you just give your account details or UPI ID or your username, and you can receive payments. You don't hand over your bank statement just to receive your payment. So that's a big risk which comes with on-chain freelancing. Uh, if you can relate to that. Otherwise, if you are a businessman or businesswoman, if you want to create an online presence, an on-chain presence of your product or services, and you decide to do everything on-chain, some experts might get access to your public wallet address one way or another, and he can track everything, every transaction of your business, like where you are buying your raw materials from which people or from which distributors you are getting the goods from, and then he can social engineer or do various kinds of things which could affect your business very badly. So obviously you won't like to build a business which could fall any day, any day. So that's obviously a big risk which comes with sharing your public address for any businessman, and that's one of the key reasons many businesses avoid or don't go full on chain on crypto, even after it's like a trillion dollar industry, and many people are bullish on cryptocurrencies. Even after that, many people still hesitate in not adopting crypto. So that's one of the key issues faced by businessmen because of the defaultness of publicness of these blockchains out there. And if you're for another example, which everyone can relate to, it's like sharing your address with your friends. If I share my address with my friend, or if I pay somewhere in a cafe or something on chain, and he gets access to my address via a username, via an ENS or something like that, he could check my entire history and see. He can check my balances and entire history and judge me based on my wealth or based on how I spend online, and he can create a new image of me just based on my purchases. So that's obviously another disadvantage of being too public out there. So the question of, hey, I don't mind sharing my public address out there. You might be able to relate to the issues I am saying now. You might not want people to make another perspective for you just based on your online purchases, or where you would have your coffee, where you eat your food, or what kind of stuff you buy online. That would be possible with public blockchains like Ethereum or Tron. You might be able to understand what I'm saying now. So one question you can ask is, would you publish your bank statement on platforms like X or Instagram every time you get paid? You won't like your friends to see every time you get paid or how much you got paid for what kind of work. Obviously, that gives another image of people about you and not the true person you are. So that's the kind of problem we try to tackle with private stable coins. So public stable coins, they are very useful in some aspects, but they are also very disadvantageous in other aspects, like we just mentioned. And true adoption of crypto won't come until we give businesses, or until we give the Gen Z or the people, regular people, some privacy opt-in, or even if opt-in, some kind of privacy layer or privacy options, so that they can freely do on-chain transactions, like they could buy goods or they could buy services without getting judged. So obviously, and or without getting social engineered based on their financial behavior. So obviously, that's a very, very big plus point for any business if they could get access to private stable coins or privacy assets in general. But privacy asset, as you know, is not stable as like Bitcoin, and people prefer stable coins just to go in and out of assets whenever needed. If they can't, trade on volatile assets like Bitcoin. One day the Bitcoin is at 120,000, and few months later or few weeks later it's at 60,000. So people will obviously hesitate to transact in Bitcoin, but not on stable coins like USDT and USDC. But obviously they are disadvantages I mentioned, that still applies to public uh, stablecoins. Now, what if we have private stablecoins? That's the topic of today's XPs, private stablecoins. You might have heard about private stablecoins a lot in your feed, or if you are a persistent or regular X user, you might have heard a lot about that. Those concepts are rising up day by day with the privacy narrative, and various projects are working on that. Not all are successful, not all will be successful because they use some kind of strategies like over collateralization and others, but they don't have any kind of proof, or they just use Ponzi kind of system behind. So many of them will just die in the next week. So, but the core concept behind building these projects is giving privacy to stable coins, a stable asset. That's the topic of today's video. If imagine if we have private stable coins, businesses will be able to come and they will be able to freely transact without the fear of competitors seeing their activities, or their business activities, their balance sheet, their liabilities, their distributors, and all that stuff, their customers and all. That's a big risk for any business if the competitors get details of such important information about their competition. They will obviously ruin their businesses, but just by acquiring their customers and offering them discounts, and then making them their permanent loyal customers just by getting those crucial data, and that's why businesses hesitate, and that's what private stablecoins, I believe, can solve. Real world use cases of private stablecoins. Paying salaries. You could receive salaries or payments for freelancing work without any issues of bargaining or any discussions afterwards, after you have done the services of, or you have sent the goods. Just because you send your address, no people will be able to check your financial history on Explorer and say, hey, you overcharged us or something like that. You can receive your salary without getting just based on your previous transactions. You can do business to business settlements without getting the fear of get leaking any important info to competitors. You can do treasury management. You don't won't have to do. You can do payments to anyone without the fear of getting judged by people. You could be an influencer out there and not be a target of social engineering scams. You could do merchant payments. You won't be judged based on online purchases, whether it's from Amazon or Flipkart or any food you eat or any cafe you go regularly. You won't be judged, or your personality won't be created based on your financial purchases out there. That's some of the key real world use cases. Your friends won't judge you based on your based on what you eat last night if you did an on-chain payment out there. That's also kind of like key features of key benefits of private stable coins. And as you guys know, we are a big fan of Xano. So is Xano building a project on that front? Obviously, there is one which is Freedom Dollar, which is getting lots of attention lately. It has to, I guess, it recently crossed $200 million plus of minted freedom dollars, minted FUSD. So obviously there is a huge demand for it. They are integrating with various vendors out there, various merchants, whether it's for decentralized VPN payments, whether it's for regular buyings. You know, our guys from Nigeria, they are also doing spending FUSD for their daily needs, which is obviously a very, very good thing. We are seeing actual adoption on ground level. And that's possible by FUSD and Aeon Pay. Aeon Pay helps in conversion or adoption of crypto assets in real world scenarios like shops and all grocery stores. So Freedom Dollar is obviously getting lots of attention lately and lots of adoption lately. That's obviously a good thing to have, good thing to see. Now, stablecoin change how money moves. Private stablecoins could change who gets to see it. That's a very important line. Stablecoins changed the on-chain structure of your on-chain structure because people can move in and out of Bitcoin and stay out of volatility when the need arises. But private stablecoins brings another very important necessity or necessary feature, which is keeping them safe from public eyes, keeping them safe from bad eyes, any social engineering scams or any kind of judgment that is completely eliminated due to private stablecoins, and it could be the key to next big wave of adoption of crypto adoption of on-chain adoption. That's the key message of this X space, and I hope the points I raised was clear. Obviously, we I'm going to I'm up to more questions about this. If you have any questions, please ask in the Telegram channel, the Zano India Telegram channel. We obviously do various giveaways and campaigns regularly on a monthly basis. We do campaigns on every Tuesday. We go live at 7 p.m. IST with a $20 giveaway. Four winners, $5 each. We also do various other campaigns. One another big campaign is upcoming, and if you are in a Zano India Telegram channel, you might get the news before others. So you might get the alpha before others. So please join our Zano India Telegram campaign. Zano India Telegram group. Apologies for that, and please do subscribe to my account, the Zando India official account, to stay up to date on upcoming news. And if you have any questions, please ask in the comments of this X space or in the Zando India Telegram group. I'm always here to answer them. If you want to join the X space, please do that too. I will be answering your questions live. I'll be happy to answer your questions live, and that will be a very good experience for me too. All right, so let's move on to the trivia question round. As you guys know, we do four-question trivia round where we give away $20 worth of assets, $5 to each winners, and this trivia round will be an easy one. Just one question will be very, very, very tough. I didn't cover it in this today's XSpace, but if you were a participant of previous XSpaces, you might get the answer to that. If you don't, please keep Xano resources with you, and please comment your answers in the comment section of this X space only, not on YouTube Live. Comment on X announcement post. Let's start with the first question. Let me fetch the questions for you guys, and we can begin asking the questions. The first one will be an easy one, just a warm up question. Let's get on with it. Please answer in the comment section. Question number one. On public networks like Ethereum or Tron, can a merchant see your total balance when you pay them in USDT? It's a yes or no question. Let me repeat. On public networks like Ethereum or Tron, can a merchant see your total wallet balance when you pay them in USDT? It's a yes or no question. Let me see if anyone has answered it. I am refreshing the page to see if anyone has answered this. It's a very easy question, and the first person who answers it gets $5 worth of giveaway. Let me check the comment section. It's a yes or no question. Okay, so I believe Asura, you answered wrong. It's not a no, it's a yes. On public networks like Ethereum or Tron, people can see your transactions on Explorer. It's Let me check if anyone has else has answered it. Dave Crypto Vibes, you have answered it correctly. You are the first winner. Let me note it down. And Henry Gray was very close, but Dave Crypto Vibes answered it first. And I have written down your username. You are our first winner. Congratulations. It was a very easy question, so please, congratulations on that. And please, the next three questions are not going to be that difficult. The last one might be, but let's go on towards the next question. Question number two. It's about private stablecoins. You guys know that we are a big fan of Xano. Does Xano project has any private stablecoin issued on its own blockchain? If yes, what's the name of it? The private blockchain issued on Xano, the private stablecoin issued on Xano blockchain. What's the name of it? I answered it. I covered it in my today's express, so it's not a difficult question. Please comment your answer in the announcement post itself. Let me check if anyone has answered it. The question is, has any private stablecoin been issued on Xano blockchain? Private stablecoin on Xano blockchain. I covered it in this space only. Let me refresh again. Okay, Henry Gray, you are correct this time. And you are faster than anyone else. Olato, the answer is not Xano. Xano is the main blockchain. The answer is FUSD, Freedom Dollar. Xano is the main blockchain, and Freedom Dollar is the project, a stablecoin built on top of Xano blockchain. So Henry Gray, you are our second winner. Congratulations, you have won $5 worth of Xano. Let me note down your username, and we will move to the next question, the third question of our trivia round. I hope you guys are ready. Here comes the third question. Many people are here, so please give a like, please comment, and let's move to our third question, which is it's a two and four question, so it will be a very easy question for you. 50% chance of you guys winning. All right. Question number three. Privacy on FUSD, that is Freedom Dollar, needs to be enabled via the opt-in option. Let me repeat myself. Privacy on Freedom Dollar, the FUSD token, the private stablecoin, needs to be enabled via an opt-in option. Do we need to enable privacy on Freedom Dollar? That's the question we have. You guys can comment your answers in the announcement post comment section. Let me refresh if anyone has answered it. It's a true and false question, so you have 50% chance. So please comment. Try your luck even if you don't know the answer. Let me see if anyone has answered it. Let me refresh. Okay, I can see many people have answered this one. It's an easy question because it's a true and false question. Let me see who answered it first. Alice, you are right, but I can see more people before you. Promanan also, Promanan, the answer is false. It's not true. You don't need to enable privacy on FESD. It's not, it's enabled by default. So Promanan, that's an incorrect answer. James Ball, that's correct. I guess Sweetie Talk, 43 seconds. So Sweetie Talk answered it the first. Congratulations on that. Okay, so few people didn't answer it. A couple of people didn't answer it correctly. So privacy on stable coins like Freedom Dollar is enabled by default because Xano is enables privacy by default. Any token minted on Xano blockchain inherits the features of Xano blockchain itself. So if Xano is private by default, every token minted on Xano blockchain is private by default. That's why Freedom Dollar that's why Freedom Dollar, a blockchain, a project on a stablecoin on Xano blockchain, is private by default. There is no opt-in option to enable privacy. A very, very important feature. Unlike Zcash, there is no opt-in option. So, congratulations, Sweetie Talk. Sweetie Talk. Yes, that's correct. I have written your username, and we are going to the fourth question. This is the toughest one. I didn't cover anything about this in my X-Space today, but if you were a participant in a previous XPCs, you might know the answer of this. It will be very tough, so please try your best. Here comes question number fourth. If businesses want to show their transaction history to accountants or auditors, can they do that? Using what feature? A very, very important question, a very tough question. If businesses want to show their transaction history to accountants or auditors, can they do that? Using what feature? Can businesses show their transaction history to auditors or accountants? And if so, what feature do they need to do on the Xano blockchain? I need the answer. I need the name of that feature. So let me try to refresh and see if anyone has answered it. It's a tough question, as I said. So, very, very big claps for any person. A big round of applause to any person who answers it. Confidential assets. Isabella, that's not the correct term. If businesses want to show their transaction history to accountants or auditors, can they do that? Using what feature? Using what feature? Let me see if anyone has answered it. I believe only one person has answered it, which is H.O. Ellis. Many people tried it, and only Peterson. No, Promanan, that's not the correct answer. H.O. Ellis, you have correctly answered it. It's Xanos auditable wallets. So auditable wallets is a feature via which any user can show their balance to an auditor or an accountant by generating view keys, not spendable keys, view keys. By those view keys, anyone can see the balances or transaction history of a particular wallet. Remember that it's not enabled by default. It's something which you guys, if needed, if wanted, if desired, you guys generate those view keys via a feature known as auditable wallets. That's completely on the user part. On the user part, if they want to be go public with their balances and history. So this was a very tough question, and only one person answered it correctly, which is Ellis, H.O. Ellis. Congratulations, Ellis. You know a lot about Xano. This proves that you are very educated on Xano, and I'm happy to see that. I'll be happy to see you join in my upcoming spaces too. and in my upcoming campaigns too. Zano India is going to organize more campaigns. Stay tuned, as by the end of this week we are going to announce something big, a very very big. And if you are in Delhi or Jaipur, anywhere near Jaipur, please connect with me. I am going. We might be able to meet in person. If you live anywhere in Jaipur or near Jaipur, please connect with me via DM. To the winners, please send me your Zano addresses via DM or via DM on X platform only, not in Telegram. And if you guys, any of you is in Jaipur, please connect with me. If I will come to Jaipur very soon, and I will be able to meet you in in person and speak to you more about Zano. All right, so this was a very good space. We covered a lot about private stablecoins, the need of private stablecoins, the issues of public stablecoins, and various other topics. And we also did a very good trivia round. More campaigns or more giveaways are coming, so please stay tuned. Please join the Zano India for more alpha during by the end of this week. And if you have any questions, please post in the comment section or in the Telegram channel itself. I believe we can end the space here, and thank you for joining. And we will see you in the next Privacy Tuesday happening obviously on Tuesday. We do it a weekly, so Privacy Tuesday is our uh, go-to day for X Spaces. All right. Thanks a lot for joining. We will see you next Tuesday and with more sets of questions and with more details on our upcoming campaigns. Talk to you soon and bye bye. Have a great day.